and you also want to make sure that you don't do something to get sued by somebody later on. Hi everybody, Gordy Sorensen with RE/MAX Home Group Twin Power Team. Today I'm going to talk about some of the fears and facts of for sale by owner. The first thing is I want to talk about ethical treatment and fair housing. It is true that there are some shadow buyers or fake buyers or whatever you call them that get thrown into our market just to see if we're actually treating buyers fair. So make sure that you know the laws, you treat everybody the same. If you give a brochure out to one person, give it out to everybody, because you want to make sure that you treat everybody the same and equal. That is true that they are out there. The second thing I want to cover is qualified buyers. So the thing about an agent, the first thing we do when we get a phone call is that we kind of qualify that buyer. What we see with for sale by owners, sometimes people that maybe aren't as qualified or aren't quite as ready to be qualified will call on a for sale by owner and think that they're going to get some special deal, or think that they're going to be able to buy it on contract or something like that. Well, be really careful. In today's world, we vet them out. When other agents show your home, we have a total record of everybody that goes in the house, so we know who's been there, what agent's been there, who they've been with. So we have a record and a track of that. And remember that when somebody's there looking at your house, to walk around with them. Don't just say, oh, go ahead and walk around, because you don't want them there just searching for things like medicine cabinets. You got to think ahead. Think about, okay, if I'm gonna sell it myself, and I've got an idea what I think it's worth and all that stuff, right? That's the easy stuff. But what are you going to do when somebody just randomly stops and knocks on your door and wants to take a look at your house? Well, of course you're going to want to show it to them, right? But you don't know who that person is, so just be really careful. In today's world, we're just really careful about stuff. Maybe if you are doing that and you're nervous, maybe take a photo of take their driver's license and take a photo of it or something like that. Just take a photo with your phone or scan it into a copier or something like that. But just be really careful. Remember, sometimes it's good to have that third party, because that third party can be a lot more objective about your house than you can be. When you're doing it for yourself, just kind of take yourself out of the emotional part and take yourself out of all the sweat and tears you put into that kitchen that you did, and just look at it from an outside perspective and let people have the ability to give their feedback and opinions. A lot of people that look at a house with a for sale by owner with the owner have a hard time telling them that color's ugly, or that the carpet looks terrible, or that why is that stain there, so there tend to be a little bit more sugar-coated stuff. When you get down to where you actually get an offer or negotiations, I'm just going to tell you about a situation we had a couple days ago. We have a property for sale. We had 10 offers come in on it. Three of them had an escalation clause. They were all over the board, with some were cash, some wanted inspection, some had financing needs, and all this stuff. So you really need to sit down and lay them out and kind of weigh all the pros and cons of each one, and figure out what's best. It isn't always necessarily the one that offers you the most money if they've got other stuff attached to the offer. So you want to be able to negotiate those. You want to make sure that you treat them all the same, and that you lay them out and you figure out, and then you let the ones that didn't get the offer know that, hey, we didn't take your offer, and we went with another offer. You want somebody that's a little more objective to be that kind of rock during the hard times. When you get an inspection request, oh wow, they got 7 things on there, but we sort through it and we're like, oh, there's a couple electrical things, there's a couple plumbing things, there's a couple of this. This is just a matter of you taking care of this, or throwing something away, or getting some out of the house, or whatever. Put yourself more of a third party. Make yourself not that key person, and try and take the emotion out of it, because the buyer is going to already be emotional. It's their biggest emotional purchase ever. So as the seller on a for sale by owner, you want to try and take the emotion out of it and kind of run it like a business. Thanks for tuning in again. I'm Gordy Sorensen with RE/MAX Home Group and Twin Power Team. And for a much more thorough analysis or facts and questions, certainly call one of us, or we'll help you out. And remember, we're always here to help you do that listing side too. So thank you very much.